With me now is Macey Hurst. Macey, you have a longstanding background in this industry. Go into that a little bit more and kind of the driving force behind your passion to stay in this industry.
Yeah, so I was raised in mid-Missouri, and we had a few hundred head of commercial mama cows, did the whole cow-calf operation, and I kind of say I got bit by the bug at a very, very young age, started buying cattle when I was 8. And when I was in high school, my parents actually split up, and that was kind of the end of our operation as we knew it. But my mom and my sister and I kind of sat down and decided it was something we were still really passionate about. So we created Lady Livestock Company, and we now have registered Black Angus mama cows. We do some replacement heifer development and a little bit of direct-to-consumer beef, which just allows us to really have those important conversations about where food comes from.
Touch on that a little bit more about doing this with your mom and your sister and kind of the female power behind all of it.
Yeah, so most folks in agriculture who do business with family know it is not an easy task, not for the faint of heart. It definitely comes with its challenges, but it's so rewarding in so many ways, and especially doing it with my mom and my sister, who are like my best friends, and doing it in a way that we get to make the decisions, and we're the driving forces behind everything that happens on that place. And we have some really awesome supporters in a network of both men and women that are huge resources to us, but it's so cool to get to really be the ones that make the big decisions and kind of really run the place how we want to do it, you know? So it's been a lot of fun, and like I said, doing it with your best friends is all that much more fun.
It makes it just so... it's hard, right? Working with family is hard, like you said. We always would call them family meetings, but you know, it makes it worth it in the end. And you're feeding the world, you're doing so much. But being a young female in this industry, what is your words of encouragement for those who are watching or tuning in? What would you tell them? Just get in there, dive in there, and be a part of it. What's your advice?
Absolutely. I always tell people, if there's an opportunity that is interesting to you, just say yes. It's one of those things where you never know if you don't try, and the worst they can do is tell you no, right? So maybe you think you're not qualified for it. Well, you will never know if you don't apply or if you don't reach out. And I often tell people too, just ask. I speak to a lot of college students, and I say, you know, if you want an internship that you think is way too big for you, ask. They may say yes, they may say no, but that doesn't put you behind at all. And I think being a woman in agriculture, we have so many unique skills that we can bring into the workforce, whether it's in cattle herd management, if it's in marketing communications or whatever it is in, we can be an asset. And so don't let being a female stop you. In fact, you should let it empower you and really encourage you to be the best that you can be in whatever field you end up in.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, Macey. I mean, you are a powerhouse. I'm a female in this industry. We appreciate you so much. So thank you.
Thank you.